All right, so the first problem we have, the formula for Fahrenheit, F is equal to 9/5 times Celsius plus 32. So this is used to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit degrees. So as you know, some countries in the West mainly, we use Fahrenheit for temperature, but like in the East, Europe and Asia, they'll use Celsius. So we want to find the correct equation that does the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit correctly. So essentially, we're just going to solve this equation for C. So let's rewrite it over here. F is equal to 9/5 C plus 32. And then from there, we're going to take away 32 from each side of the equation. And we'll get F minus 32 is equal to 9/5 C. And so what we then need to do is cancel out this 9/5. And what we're going to do is multiply each side by the reciprocal, so by 5/9. 5/9. That will cancel that on the left, or on the right, that will cancel, so all you'll have is C. Remember to group, though, F minus 32 in parentheses. So you're going to have 5/9 times the quantity of F minus 32 is equal to C. And so your answer will be then A. I suggested the lighting. Hopefully it's a little better, a little easier to see. All right, next one. Solve this equation for B. So we have B over C is equal to B over C minus D is equal to F. So again, remember with literal equations, when you have letters and no numbers, like don't freak out. They're just numbers. They're just representations for numbers. So the operations, all the math works the same. So if we want to get B by itself, so we're going to start off by adding D to both sides, because think of D as just like a number, like maybe it's 10. Minus 10, add 10 to each side. And then we'll just have B over C is equal to F plus D. And then we got to cancel out this C in the denominator. So we're going to multiply by C over 1. And remember, for the right side, group F plus D, and that whole thing times C over 1, or the same as C. And we'll get B is equal to, looks like they have the C in front. Doesn't matter. B equals C times the quantity of F plus D. It's all good. And there you go. And let's go over one more, which is going to be the one students usually find the most challenging. Problem 20. Okay, so the dew point in degrees Fahrenheit can be calculated with the formula dP equals T minus 9/25 times 100 minus RH, where dP is the dew point. I don't know what dew point is. I'm something with plants, or I don't know, agriculture. So I apologize, but hopefully that is unnecessary. Well, it's not. dP is a dew point. T is a dry bulb temperature. I don't know what that is. Planting flowers. T is a dry bulb temperature, and RH is the relative humidity. I know what that is. Which of these is the equation to solve for RH? Okay, cool. Finally, we got a fun one. I'm gonna write it over here. Hopefully, I will have enough room. So let's rewrite this equation over here. dP, and I gotta use the pen, the thicker pen. dP equals T minus 9/25 times 100 minus RH. So our goal is to get the RH by itself, this thing. And again, just think of it as like a variable. Think of it as like the whole thing as X. Don't think like, oh, it's two letters put together. Like that doesn't work. Like it's just a variable. It's just a representation. So the math is going to work the same. We have an equation. So we want to get this by itself. So we're going to start off by taking away T from both sides of the equation. And then we'll get dP minus T equals negative 9/25 times the quantity of 100 minus RH. Next, we need to get rid of this negative 9/25. So we're going to multiply by negative 25/9. Both sides, make sure to group the dP minus T into parentheses. So we'll have negative 25/9 times the quantity of dP minus T. On the right side, these will cancel. And we'll be left, well, let me just rewrite this. So negative 25 ninths times the quantity of dP minus T is equal to 100 minus RH. Okay. Now, we need to get rid of the 100. So we're going to take away 100 from both sides. Looks like they have the 100 in front, so we're writing this as negative 100 minus 25 ninths times dP minus T is equal to negative RH. Okay. Now, so we know it's going to be down to C or D. It's not going to be these ones. And here we have negative RH. So we want to divide everything by -1. So we have, okay, let's take this one thing at a time. So we have negative 100 divided by -1. This divided by -1. So that will leave us with RH on the right. This will leave us with 100 over a positive 100 on the left. Now, looks like they have negative 25/9 over on both their final answers. So they have, so this is another group. See, in this other group, we're going to divide by -1 as well, but you don't want to double divide or double multiply in those other cases. So what I mean is if you can't divide, don't divide each of these by -1. Well, don't divide this by -1 and then this group by -1. You have to divide either the groups, the terms inside, or the 25/9. You can't do both. So since they have this as a negative, looks like they divided the dP and the negative T by -1. So what they have then is negative 25/9 times negative dP plus T. And this is the same as D because we just have to rearrange this inside. 100 minus 25/9. Let's just rearrange that inside of the parentheses. T minus dP equals RH. Put that in red. I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't really know what they're trying to get at. I bet this is probably like the formal way to write the equation for this. Like I guess something in agriculture. So I'm not familiar. But I normally would have made this I personally would have just made this positive 25/9 times dp minus t. But they don't have that, so then you have to just figure out this way. Yeah, but it's a good one. It's a good one to make sure you really know what you're doing. But there you go. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let me know if there is anything I could work on, or like any explanations that you still have questions on, like leave a comment. But if I did a good, or if you think I did a good job, yeah, give me a like. And again, feedback is always welcome. And of course, subscribe if you haven't yet, of course. And I'll see you guys later.